Hello and welcome to A&P 2. I'm your instructor, Dr. Monahan, and in this course we are going to cover all of the body systems that you didn't learn about in A&P 1. So we'll be starting with the endocrine and reproductive systems, then we'll be moving on to the cardiovascular system. From there we'll move into the respiratory system and immune system, then we'll get to the digestive system, and we'll finish with the urinary system. So quite a lot of content to cover over the next 15 weeks. This is a hybrid course, which means we will be meeting just one time per week for 75 minutes. But it's not possible for me to take 2 lectures and compress them into one. So the way this course will work is I'll see you once a week for a live lecture, and then for the other lecture, you'll either have a video to watch or assigned reading to do. You'll also see in our Canvas course that I have posted all of the course PowerPoints, and those PowerPoints are a great resource for you. They really identify the information that I consider most essential, and it will help you focus in on what you need to know as you're doing your assigned textbook reading. So I really encourage you to dig into those PowerPoints. Another great study strategy is to take advantage of the study guides that I prepare. At the start of each unit, I recommend that you go ahead and print off that study guide, and then as you take notes during lecture, or as you're watching a video lecture, or as you're doing your assigned reading, go ahead and start to create a detailed set of notes using the questions on the study guide as a guide. Also, as you're doing your Pearson assignments, go ahead and make notations about topics in the study guide that were asked about in your Pearson assignments, because that's a good hint that those are really important topics that might be asked about on your unit tests. Okay, so how are we going to be successful in this course? Well, let's start with the basics, which is that the expectation is that it's going to take around 9 hours a week of your time studying and preparation to do well in this course. So to start that process, you want to make sure that you go ahead and read through the syllabus. Click on Simple Syllabus in the navigation menu in Canvas. Make sure you read through that. Scroll all the way down, because a lot of the most important stuff is actually the last section of the syllabus. Make sure you understand things like the grading policy, things about late work or makeups or extensions. Make sure you know what happens if you're out of the country and need to access our course. And just all of those kinds of policies and procedures that might impact you. So get that done. That's part of your Start Here module as well in Canvas. Also, again, you want to make sure that you are familiar with the schedule of activities. So go ahead and save a copy of that to your computer. Maybe create a folder just for this class and save all of your materials into that folder so they're easy to find. And I would recommend printing off a copy of that schedule of activities. And next level would be to go ahead and set up all of the assignments and assessments into your phone calendar so that you don't miss any of those. Because something that's important to know about my classes, I do not do late work, makeups, extensions. I don't reopen assignments or anything like that. However, I do drop your lowest grade in each category. So I'll drop a test grade, I'm going to drop a quiz grade, I'm going to drop a assignment grade, and then I also have some bonus grades which go back to the study guides I was talking about. So if you complete a detailed study guide, you answer all of the questions and it's handwritten, and you turn that in to me before your test on test day, I will give you a bonus grade for that. So lots of opportunities to do well. And if something comes up in life, medical appointments, or you get sick, or you have a family emergency, or car troubles, or you're traveling, or you have a celebration or a funeral, or anything that might come up, you can just go ahead and have that missed grade dropped. And if you don't miss any, then your lowest grade will be dropped. So this is not, don't overly stress if you miss one assignment or one quiz. It will be fine. You don't need to email me and ask me about it. It will automatically drop in the grading grade book in Canvas. And also in Canvas, you're gonna notice that I provide a lot of learning supports for you. So take note that in Canvas, you will again be able to find the course PowerPoints, which is what I lecture on or what you need to know for days that we don't have a lecture. And I will try to make video lectures for you, but it might not always be possible. So sometimes you'll need to rely on those PowerPoints and the associated pages in your textbook. I also love Jove videos, so you'll see a lot of Jove videos. I choose Jove videos on topics that students in the past have struggled with. Maybe they're particularly complex or very, new or have a lot of pieces. And the great thing about Jove videos is they are super short. They're usually around 60 seconds, so they don't require a huge investment of your time, but sometimes the little animations or someone else's explanation can be really helpful for you. So definitely take advantage of those kinds of things in our Canvas shell as you're studying and working on your study guide to prepare for each unit test. So you're gonna have 5 unit tests in this course. Most of them will be face-to-face. Although 1 or 2 may be online and honor locked. So if you've never taken an honor lock test before, make sure that a few days before that honor lock test that you go ahead and download the extension and make sure your computer is compliant with honor lock requirements and all that jazz. And if you have any concerns about whether or not you know how to use honor lock or your computer is able to do honor lock testing, no problem. Just about a week before the test, call any of the testing centers, which are typically located in the libraries on every campus, and you can reserve a room and computer, and then it's the college's job to make sure that that computer is honor lock ready for you. But you do need to book those about a week in advance in order to make sure you're able to get an appointment during the window that your online test is available, because again, there's no extensions or makeups or anything like that. So plan ahead if you think that might be an issue for you. Now, those unit tests, there are 5 of them. They are the most important part of your grade because they are going to show me whether you are proficient or have mastered the course learning outcomes, which is how you earn credit for the course. So on average, you would, want to get C's or betters on those tests. You can have a few oops grades as long as some of your other grades are good. Always better to overstudy and be like, oh man, I could have studied less, than to understudy and be like, oh snap, that didn't go the way I wanted it. And then you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. But again, my system is set up to give you multiple chances. So as long as you are doing your best work and putting in your best effort, I think you will find that you will do okay. If at some point you feel like you're struggling, number 1, don't give up, keep going, push through, but also remember, you can come see me during office hours. I do both in-person office hours and online virtual office hours. Just email me for a link to connect with me virtually. Come with questions, be like, hey, I was reading this in my book. This is the part that confuses me. Or come after we take a test and you can go over your test in the office and see what questions you got wrong and see if there's any patterns to what questions you struggle with to help get you ready for the next test. That's also an option. I can only do that face-to-face. I can't do that online. But yeah, take advantage of office hours as a way to support you and help you be successful in the course. All right, so next steps for you is you want to get into Canvas like you are right now, and you want to complete that Start Here module, go through the syllabus, go over the SOA, get familiar with some of my supporting documents. You'll also notice in Canvas there's a whole bunch of institutional resources for you. Take a peek at what's there. There are so many things the college offers you for free. You just need to take advantage of them, including tutoring, both online and in person. So definitely take 5 minutes and go through those resources and see if there's anything that would be beneficial to you. And then most importantly, make sure you complete all of those attendance verification requirements. That usually includes taking a Start Here quiz in Canvas. It usually covers like the syllabus and the SOA and sort of the Start Here module. It requires that you get your book and your Pearson access codes and that you complete your first Pearson assignment. So there's sort of multiple pieces to verifying your attendance so that you are not dropped for non-attendance in the course. So make sure you complete all of those components by the end of the first week so that everything is all set. If you are dropped from the class for non-attendance or for non-payment, there are, again, no makeups or extensions for any missed work. And also, in many cases, you're not actually eligible for re-enrollment in the course. So just make sure you take care of all those logistics so that you can get started in this course and not have any, external stressors, and that you can find success. And in the meantime, good luck finishing up that Start Here module, and I will see you on the first day of class. Looking forward to meeting you.